In this video, I'm going to discuss the new C63S e-Performance, as well as the future of V8 engines and AMG. Just recently, the new 206 generation C63S launched, and it definitely caused a storm on social media. The speculation was all correct. The new C63 only has 4 cylinders, replacing the outgoing 8-cylinder 205 generation. Lots of people took to social media to express that the V8 is dead and that AMG killed the C63. Some of the criticism is valid, but let's go through what AMG has actually done. Discussed more than anything is the new 4-cylinder engine. It's one that we've seen already in the CLA 45, the M139. It has a strong closed-deck engine block that displaces 2 liters, and for this new C63 it is the most powerful production 4-cylinder engine. It has been given the designation M139L because of its longitudinal configuration. The cylinder head has a separate water pump from the crankcase in order to achieve lower head temperatures for better ignition timing. It also claims the first production engine to use an electric turbocharger. The electric motor on the shaft of the turbo accelerates the compressor wheel to reduce turbo lag and offer a wider power band. Boost pressure is also maintained even if the driver takes their foot off of the accelerator pedal. Output is rated at 469 horsepower and torque is at 402 foot-pounds. Of course, AMG is known for the sound of their engines, and the biggest problem being flagged for this car is how it sounds. Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's to be expected. Ultimately, that's the reality of a modern, turbocharged 4-cylinder. Yes, hold on to your W204s, they're a lot better in this department of sound and emotion. However, you can't deny that this engine makes seriously impressive power for its size. Some may say that it's time to move on, but AMG themselves dug this hole of sound and emotion, which were a key part of the marketing of the 204 and 205 C63. So instead, they're trying to make up for it in terms of new technologies. In addition to the combustion engine, the electric motor at the rear axle can generate 100 horsepower continuously. The peak power of 200 horsepower from the electric motor is available for up to 10 seconds. So the power is truly around 570 horsepower continuously with the hybrid system, and it can peak up to 670 horsepower in short bursts when the accelerator is fully depressed. Peak torque is at 752 foot-pounds. The battery weighs 89 kilograms and is directly cooled with 14 liters of coolant. The idea is to have a battery as small as possible, low down near the rear axle, able to provide power in short bursts for overtaking and acceleration. Power is sent through a 9-speed MCT transmission, and the suspension features adaptive dampers and rear-wheel steering is implemented. Despite their efforts to keep the battery lightweight, this car is still incredibly heavy for a C-Class. The curb weight for the sedan is 2,111 kilograms, which is actually the same as a S63 AMG W221 according to Mercedes. This means that the new C63S is about 400 kilograms or almost 900 pounds heavier than the outgoing model. That's a massive increase, which is likely going to hamper the driving dynamics even if the center of gravity is kept low in the car. A lot of customers do play the numbers game though. 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, this new model is way faster than the outgoing generation thanks to the extra power and the all-wheel drive. Fuel consumption will also be a lot lower than the outgoing model when you're just driving around town. The interior reflects the design language of the W223 S-Class, and it certainly looks impressive. Engine sounds are played into the cabin as before, but the car also has an exterior loudspeaker which are used to play engine sounds and of course the sounds during the electric mode. The styling is pretty restrained for a C63, the AMG treatment to the 206 looks good up front. My only real criticism is that the rear of the car seems too high, like it's trying to be a GLC. It looks pretty tall and not very wide, so it's going to be a very inconspicuous car. I think this is a good instance of the wagon actually looking better than the sedan version here. I'd love to test this new C63S when it arrives, but that won't be for a while in North America. So what's the future of V8 engines and AMG now that the C63 has a 4-cylinder? I think it will be quite some time until the V8 is gone from all AMG models. For example, the new R232SL is now an AMG-only model, and the SL63 debuted with the M177 V8 engine. The last SL generation had a life cycle of about 8 years, so I expect that to be similar with this new model. So the V8 has almost another decade to go. Mercedes has stated that they want to move more upmarket with their cars. I think in certain markets there will always be a less restricted demand for traditional combustion V8 engines, so I predict that AMG will continue to produce V8s for 10 more years. I also believe that pairing the M177 engine with electric motors will extend its life cycle. The speed of development around combustion engines has slowed, so if AMG were to develop another V8 to replace the M177, it would definitely be the last, if that were to even happen. Remember that Mercedes sales were down in 2021, but the sales of AMG cars went up. So we'll see how the new C63S turns out. We all love V8 engines from AMG, and it's going to be tough to please the enthusiast crowd, but we can appreciate the new innovations in this car. 470 horsepower from 2 liters is impressive, and filling in the performance gaps with electric power does make sense if the implementation is right. That's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the new C63S e-Performance. Thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, take a look at my store. Link is in the description. If you want to see more AMG content, subscribe for more videos like this one.